For 30 years, we couldn't be what we wanted to be. Joblessness. There are no jobs. For 30 years, when Ramaphosa came in, the joblessness worsened. The unemployment went high. The homeless became even more. So, crime is too high. For 30 years, the inequality, the gap has widened. The rich have become more richer. The poor have become more poorer. And when I say the rich have become more richer, you are thinking of another black person. Whites have become more rich in South Africa than they were during apartheid. This democracy of 30 years has benefited the oppressor more than the oppressed. And it's not me. The numbers are there for you to see. Stats is there for you to see. The economy is not growing and creating jobs. Why? The white people are the ones who have money. They have kept their money in the bank. They are not releasing it. They are not reinvesting it in South Africa. That's why this economy will never grow. That's why there will not be jobs. Because for jobs to be there, the money that is in the bank, a lot of it, must come out to come and build factories so that we get jobs. They are not interested because they don't trust this black government. Leave the fact that the ANC is corrupt. They don't trust black people. That's why they must keep their money in cash. So that if you turn against them, they just press transfer and then they are out of this country. They can't carry a factory. That's why they can't invest in factories. They have no confidence in our government. We are here today because we are preparing for the national and provincial elections. And this election is going to be the most important election in the life of South Africa since 1994. And this election has got potential of ushering in every little opportunity that was missed in 1994. And when a person says to you, the ANC is going to win elections in 2024, you must start recommending a psychiatric hospital for such a person, because no single normal person can say the ANC is going to win elections next year. And that is what we are fighting for. We are not fighting to lose. We are fighting to become number one. And number one we shall become, whether they like it or not. The political discourse and politics in general in South Africa are interesting and exciting because of the EFF. That no one had interest in politics and no one wanted to hear what politicians have to say. They didn't care until the EFF was born. Only after the EFF went into parliament did people know that parliament has got a television channel called 408. They never knew before there was EFF that there is a channel where you can watch and hold your executives and your parliamentarians accountable. No one will talk about the land. It was a taboo to talk about the land. You were told that you are actually going to scare investors if you talk about the land. That you've got a potential of collapsing the South African economy if you talk about the land. Until the EFF came and said, Everything starts with the land and everything ends with the land. When you are born into the land. That is the beginning. When you die, you are buried. Without the land, you won't be buried. Without the land, you won't be born. No one can be born in the air. That's why we said we can talk everything else. As long as there is no land question on the table, we are wasting time. So we need the land to address every problem you have. If you've got a headache now, it's not a headache, it's a problem of the land that causes the headache you are experiencing now. When we give you the land, everything gets resolved. So, for us to have our dignity restored, we must return the land into the hands of the African people who are being undermined because they are propertyless. Without property, there is no dignity. Hence, Patrice Motsepe, rich as he is, if he goes past a group of white racist boys at night, they will beat him up. Why? Because he's a black person. You can't even take them to court. With what? Because for you to go to the lawyers say, put the guarantee for the money that will be paid at the end of this case. You can't put any money because you have no land. To all of them, black people are the same, have got no property, therefore they are not worth respecting. Until someone says, ke Patrice Motsepe, meaning it's a different black, this one. He's not like the rest of them. So that's why Patrice Motsepe must join the struggle for the land to be returned, even when he's got the land. Because if he's got the land alone, they will not respect him. He needs to take all of us along. Then he will be respected. So when we fight for the land, we fight for the respect and the dignity of black people. Because we have got no means to meet those social standards. Because things that you want to do, you must do them as in when you feel like. Not because the political and the economic system is designed in such a way that even your desires as a person can be met. That's why we will be the most hated people, because we want you not to be treated like monkeys, because you are not monkeys. And anyone who says you are not monkeys is an enemy of those who see you as monkeys. Every time I speak, these people understand my message very well. Leave the noises they are making. They know what I mean. I mean that they must share a table with a monkey. That's what they are hearing. That we can wake up one morning and sit on the table as equals with a monkey. What is this guy saying? It's not going to happen, that. This guy is a problem. And then they start bringing all types of problems against this guy, because this, that you must be on the same table as white people, must be suppressed. No one must say. Comrades, for 30 years, were subjected to mediocrity. For 30 years, were excluded from the economy and the social life. I'm fighting the enemy. I should never be worried to look back because you are at my back. You are taking care of the enemy at the back, and I'm taking care of the enemy in front. You ought to ask the question, if you seated here, do you have each other's backs, or you expose each other with ease and want to destroy one another? Comrades, let's look after each other's back. There are a lot of people who hate us out there. We cannot afford to hate each other inside this wall, inside the EFF. Always, when you see a person with an EFF t-shirt or a beret, you must just smile. Why? We know that in the EFF, we love each other. We are a family. I don't have to know you. As long as you are wearing your EFF regalia, you are a comrade of mine. That's the mentality we must have. Comrades, we are going to work now. When we leave here, there will not be a VD without VDETFs. There will not be in February a VD without a table, a VD without a gazebo, a VD without visible EFF. Because we came here in our numbers from Vembe, from Mopani, Waterbags, Kukuni, and we met in Capricorn. We came here and we said we're going to start a journey to victory from Sishewu, and nothing is going to stop us when we leave here. We are going to march until Union Building. Only the Union Building will stop us. No one can stop us. No factionalist can stop us. No lazy person can stop us. No divider will stop us. No Lucifer will stop us. No train can stop this victory. No one can determine the future of South Africa. The future of South Africa is in your hands. Use your vote next year progressively. Amanda!
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king, I think I'm a king,